home, was here a while, and my son disappeared. I thought that he had gone out the front door, and I got ready to leave the house, and I noticed that there was a light on downstairs. Went to turn the light out. When I did, I saw the light in the bathroom was on, and there were funny noises coming from the bathroom. At that point, I knew it was my son. I knew that he had probably overdosed, because the noises he was making were not human noises. I looked at the door. I thought about kicking it in, but then I had to think for a minute of what I was doing. Should I save him again, or should I let him go? It was a hard, very hard decision. I got a screwdriver, opened the door. He was so wringing with sweat and making those odd noises, grunting noises. I couldn't hardly pull him out of the bathroom because of the sweat that was on his skin, and he weighs about 200 pounds. And I pulled him out, set him up, called 911, and I had to get a hold of her and let her know that her son had overdosed that night and that she should meet us at the hospital. And it wasn't something that a parent wants to see. So from there, they took him to, gave him the Narcan or whatever they give them there, took him to the hospital, and from there, it's all history.
I retired from Jefferson County Public Schools. It was 6 years last month. And I assumed that it would be a very restful time. I would be able to volunteer, and I did start volunteering right away at Kosser Children's Hospital in the NICU. And just by accident or by coincidence, I was trained with the neonatal care unit that served children who were addicted to drugs. It got worse and worse until I was spending just about, I'd say, 80% of my time dealing with him, laying on the couch, drugged out on heroin. Then I would be calling him, disturbing him at work. So it was quite mind-boggling, I guess to say, as I started to realize that this was more serious than I thought it was going to be.
Her and I'm sure, we were played against each other by the addict, because that's what they do. Anything to get what they need for their drug. So we were at a point where it was looking like we might not make it together for retirement, and I was getting ready to retire. So that was the point when we needed help. We didn't know where to find help, and Brenda found help from an Al-Anon group that she had gone to, and I think she went to the first one, and after she told me, and she coaxed me like most women do their men, I went, and I think I cried for half of the first meeting that we had, because I just put my son out in the middle of Market Street in front of the healing place by himself with a backpack, and that's not something that God means for you to do to your kids. It means for you to protect them.
So in Nar-Anon, we learn to look for these things, and we learn to figure out the difference between can this addict do for himself what he's asking, or can he not? If he can, that's enabling, if you help that. If he cannot, then that's helping. And it's your decision as to whether or not you want to help. And another thing Nar-Anon did for us, they put us on the same page. In the discussions, in the learnings that we learned about, some of the things that addicts do, how they are manipulators, how they know. It's like someone wrote a book for them and they read it and they memorize it. The reason why we continue to go is because you never stop learning. You learn from each other. There are friends of mine in there who have lost their children, their adult children. There are friends of mine in there who have children that are in their 40s that are still in and out of prison, have 16-year-old kids themselves who may be into drugs. It's just remarkable the different stories you hear, and you learn from each other. The other thing is the 12 steps. The 12th step, if you read it, says, even though you've learned everything, it's your responsibility to carry the word to others, to do service work. And that's why anytime I hear of a conference or any place I can be to set up this knowledge, this advertisement of this place that you can come to get help for yourself, not for your addict. You learn how to change your reactions to their actions. We love Adam. We love Adam so much. He's our child. And especially for moms, it's very difficult to feel like you're giving up, letting loose. Even if he wasn't an addict, cutting the strings are hard for a mom. And to know what could happen to him or what he's going through. I read things about that in my book, about how hard it is for him. And we've learned to reach for our higher power. We do a lot of praying, and we just live by the principles as much as we can. And it has made our life better, much better. And that's my advice I would give to someone who was thinking about walking through those doors.